All right, YouTube, what is going on? It is Zaya here from Zaya&TheSteelers back with another video. And in today's video, we are once again going to be singing the Steelers praise. So if you guys are Steelers fans or you enjoy NFL content in general, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Shout out to the people who have subscribed already. And shout out to the future subscribers, man. Also, let's get a shout out to the members. If you guys would like to support me and this channel more, be sure to hit that join button down in the description below. Once again, too, I just want to thank you guys for helping me reach 900 subscribers. I believe we're at 906 now, so it's that like 94 left to go before we hit 1,000. Let's get a gunshot. Let's get another gunshot. You guys are the best, and I'm going to, pay it forward and continue to push the narrative of the Pittsburgh Steelers. So what do we have on the screen right now? We have the Falcons versus the Eagles score that they just played this Monday night. And you can see, man, the Atlanta Falcons won. And what does this mean? Who did the Steelers beat in week 1? It was the Atlanta Falcons, man. Who was rated higher than the Steelers before the season started? Both of these teams, man. And the Philadelphia Eagles, this really isn't going to be a, diss on the Eagles. I'm not going to go too hard on them. Who knows, how they're going to finish their season. They pretty much got a super team over there, but losing the Atlanta Falcons, but the team with no quarterback or wide receivers, and the team with the overrated defense, and the team with the overrated TJ Watt, and the team with the, overrated running backs, and the team, you know what I'm saying? The team with the overrated head coach, you know what I'm saying? That team is the one that beat the Atlanta Falcons, not the one who just got Saquon Barkley, an in-division rival, man. And I know what you're thinking. We got Patrick Queen, but is different, okay? Why is it different? Because I am pushing it's my video, ladies and gentlemen. So it is different when we go out and sign Patrick Queen from the Ravens than when the Eagles go get Saquon from the Giants. It is different. You know what I'm saying? That was nasty, Philadelphia. And that was nasty by Saquon as well. And just for shits and giggles, this has nothing to do with anything. I said I wasn't going to talk about the Eagles, and here I am. But just for shits and giggles, just, whatever. I've always had James Conner is better than Saquon Barkley, man. Say what you want. Maybe I'm lying. I have no evidence to back this up outside of the fact that James Conner he's just an end zone guy, man. He plays so well. And outside of injuries, because, he be hurt. And I remember when we lost him in Pittsburgh, like when, our line was horrible and, that was the 2020 year. Like I remember his last season, and I feel like we kind of pushed him out, right? It was just kind of like a bad situation. He goes to Arizona. When he's healthy, he eats. You know what I'm saying? He has proven in a time where running backs aren't really getting that second, third contract. James Conner continuously is good. We've seen running backs primes be 2-3 years. James Conner now has been going since 2017, man. Since 2017, this guy's been one of the better running backs in the league. And so I say that Saquon for sure is pretty good. But I'm just saying, man, Adam got the pit helmet in the back, just won the backyard brawl. I got James Conner over Saquon Barkley, man. But anyway, back to the main point at hand. We got to talk about the Atlanta Falcons versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Why? Not only because the Falcons won, and it does make our win look, a little better. Now we're not playing the bottom of the barrel now because they just took down the Eagles. You know what I'm saying? Like they just took down a preseason Super Bowl team. They just took down one of the bigger franchises in America. You know what I'm like? A lot of people are Eagles fans, and a lot of people just watch the Atlanta Falcons stomp them, man. 22-21. I get that's not exactly stomping, but man, Kirk Cousins out there, he throws a game-winning touchdown in prime time. Kirk Cousins, mind you, he don't even play well on prime time, and that's what happened to the Philadelphia Eagles. And so I'm drawing it back now to the Pittsburgh Steelers and how impressive it makes our win look. Man, the Atlanta Falcons, we shut them down when we played them. There was no Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins, in fact, he had a multitude of interceptions, and we didn't even go crazy. That's how good our defense is. My last video, I really wanted to drive home the point of, the Steelers, we have a really good defense, right? Like I said, I really wanted to, drive that point home of our defense is elite. And like it's been one game, it's been 2 games, and the Falcons and Broncos, they're not too good. We look at what Atlanta did to Philadelphia, the team with a relatively good defense. They got Darius Slay, they got I can't think of the defensive lineman. He just got drafted, Jordan Davis. They took some Quinion Mitchell. You know what I'm saying? Like the Eagles, I know I'm kind of blanking here, but the Eagles, they have pieces on defense. Once again, I reiterate to that super team point. Like this is a high spending, high free agent, very aggressive team, okay? And we are just the little old Pittsburgh Steelers, man. We are just a little old. We're gonna have the highest paid defense. We're gonna pretty much homegrow talent outside of like Minka and Patrick Queen. We're gonna pretty much homegrow talent, and we're just gonna do our thing. And now this defense is proven to be just absolutely off the wall, absolutely bananas, and maybe possibly potentially. I've been around for a while. Like I've been watching this team for a while since like the 2000 Super Bowls. I've been watching this team, and so those defenses, we have to see how the season plays out, before we start getting into that realm. But Possibly that could happen though. Like possibly this defense could be like the best defense I've seen in the same kind of era, the TJ Watt era, Minka Fitzpatrick era. Remember in 2019 when I think Ben got hurt and it was like Mason and Duck out there? Can you like that defense was absolutely insane that year. Our defense has been good since that point on, but like that one year in 2019, like it was just off the chain. Like it was like fun to watch the defense. You know, now it's fun to watch the defense, but like I don't know, I don't think anything will compete with that 2019 year, you man, because like we genuinely thought we had it because of the defense. Now, you know, we have our starting quarterback in a way. We have our offense in a way. You know, like we're expecting to be just like this good team. But back in 2019, it was unexpected. Everybody was sleeping on us, right? But okay, you fast forward to now, like, and how good this defense is playing. It is red alert time, as I mentioned. It is red alert. We might fuck around and actually have the best defense in the NFL. I know we like to say, ha ha ha, like we spend the most on defense. We're biased Steelers fans, so we're like, yeah, we have the best defense in the NFL. But most of the time, no lie, most of the time we haven't had the best defense in the NFL. I will admit that. We really haven't. We've had splash playmakers. We've had one of the best defenses in the NFL. But numerous times, like we're bad in one department on the defense. It's typically the secondary. Numerous times we watch this defense kind of fall apart. It happens. You know what I'm saying? So like in reality, back then, okay, maybe our defense wasn't the best. But I'm looking at you right now on September 17th, 2024, man. Today and probably tomorrow until next Sunday, and we got another game unless we get blown out by the Chargers. Like until next Sunday, man, I'm jacking. We have the best defense in the NFL. And why am I saying that? Because once again, the Atlanta Falcons, they couldn't do shit against us. Once again, the Denver Broncos, who is a real NFL team. They, you know what I'm saying? Like I make fun of them all the time, but these are professionals, you know, like these are the top 32. The Denver Broncos had absolute, like, nothing, not a zilch. They got lucky for 2 field goals, I think. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got absolutely lucky. Atlanta got absolutely lucky. They shouldn't even have had a touchdown, but once again, Kyle Pitts kind of free. Kyle Pitts, you know, did nothing against the Eagles. Kyle Pitts, you know, it's time to play the Steelers. All of a sudden, now I'm wide open. You know what I'm saying? That same Kyle Pitts, he got wide open on some kind of, like, trickery option play. It is what it is. We gave up that touchdown. But other than that, we've been solid. We have players like Deshaun Elliott even. I've talked about him numerous times, but he's been a great pickup at safety. We have the Corey Trice who just got his first interception. Joey Porter Jr., like, have you even heard the person's name who is guarding? Like, Drake London? Nothing. Drake London, that guy who caught a touchdown on Darius Slay, Drake London, their number 1 wide receiver. Joey Porter Jr. shut him down, man. Absolutely shut him down, man, okay? And so then we go to Denver. Who are we supposed to trade for, man? All the time. We're trying to get Brandon Ayuk. We're trying to get DK Metcalf. We're trying to get Justin Jefferson, Devontae Adams. And then there's 5 people in the back. Hey, we should get Courtland Sutton. And it's like, he's okay. You know, I got you. He's okay. But now he's Denver's number 1. And we look at Courtland Sutton, the guy we were supposed to trade for. Joey Porter Jr. had him in prison, man. Free Courtland Sutton. That's what they were saying. I was hearing it. It was like, yo, Courtland Sutton, free him, man. Like, I remember the takes about how much we wanted to trade for the guy. And maybe with our wide receiver room, we still do want to trade for the guy. Joey Porter Jr. too. He is also elite. So, like, take that how it will. Joey, he is also, like, the best corner in the NFL. So, you know, he's going to shut down people, but he did. We have back-to-back games of, yo, like, we are shutting down. We are shut down corner. Our secondary is way better than people thought. Our pass rush is still our pass rush. Our linebackers, you know, our linebackers are still, like, we got Patrick, we got Peyton, we got Cole. Cole Holcomb played some. I don't know if Landon's played. I think he might have been hurt. But you know what I'm saying? Like, our linebacker, like, our defense is playing way, way better than what people thought, okay? And now we point to the offense, right? And to shift gears, because I've been going in about the defense. I've been killing it. By the way, hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed and you're still watching this video. You know, we're 8 minutes in. I got to flip it now. On the offense. So people talked about Arthur Smith. People talked about Justin Fields and the fact that, like, we weren't using the middle of the field in week 1, right? We were ignoring the middle of the field. And we have, I believe we have... yes, here we go. So we have week 1 and week 2. So this is week 1 against the Falcons, right? All of the passes are to the outside, man. Like, all of we're not using the middle of the field, okay? And Arthur Smith specifically said, he said, yo, that is how we schemed it because they have a player named Jesse Bates and he eats, right? So, like, we're not passing the middle of the field. And people, myself maybe included, people thought that this was remnants of the past offense. You know what I'm saying? Because for the last 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, count them, we have not used the middle of the field. That has been the biggest gripe. That has been the biggest blunder. That has been the biggest hindrance to this team, right? We haven't been using the middle of the field. So Arthur Smith in week 1 avoids it. Bad timing at the very least. Bad timing at the very least. In week 2, against a team with no Jesse Bates, a Patrick Surtain, which, by the way, George Pickens was chewing him up. But in week 2, you can see plenty of plays to the middle of the field. You know what I'm saying? It's an even kind of thing. So like that was the game plan. And so wait a second. I know what you're thinking. Wait a second. Did Arthur Smith outcoach the Atlanta Falcons? Did Arthur Smith make a game-saving maneuver for this team in order to push a win, in order to get us a win on the road against Atlanta, against his former team? Did he do that? Did he cook? And he did cook. The answer is yes, he did. He is a guy. Like, people were sleeping, man. And once you get in that head coach position, it is a little tougher than being an OC. But man, he looked pretty good in Tennessee, man. I get they had Derrick Henry, but he was making Ryan Tannehill look like an NFL quarterback. That actually happened. And we have Justin Fields, right? Who I believe, fuck it, for what it's worth, I believe Justin Fields is way better than Ryan Tannehill. Why? I don't know. I'm just saying it. You know, for the point of the video. Once again, it's my video. But yeah, I believe Justin Fields is actually better than Ryan Tannehill, right? And so the fact that Arthur Smith was able to make him look like a good quarterback, all the proof I need. If he goes to Atlanta, they don't have the best time. It is what it is. He was a head coach. It's a different responsibility. He's back now to being an offensive coordinator, and he is back to absolutely nuking teams, man. Absolutely big brain opportunities right here, and he is cashing in. This guy, like, once again, the proof is in the pudding. They used the middle, or we didn't use the middle of the field, right? We didn't use the middle of the field. And in week 2, we did, okay? Because that is game by game basis. Next, Jesse Bates III, the guy that Arthur Smith was scared of. Week 1, he only had 6 tackles. In week 2, 12 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, 2 pass defended, and a game-winning interception, brother. Arthur Smith absolutely outcoached the Atlanta Falcons. Arthur Smith, in the first week of the season, week 1, was an X-factor player. And he wasn't even a player. You know what I'm saying? He came out with some ability. He came out with some intangibles. You know what I'm like you know, the proof is in the pudding. How much more do I gotta say? You guys know you guys understand what I'm saying, right? Like, Arthur Smith really did that in the first week of the season. Once again, like, that's all it took was 1 week, and it was his former team. You fast forward now you fast forward to the Denver Broncos game, right? You fast forward to the Denver Broncos game. Tell me if I'm wrong here. The Steelers offense ranks 29th in total yards, but yet it still feels better than last year, and I'm not down in the dumps about it. Anyone else thinking like this, or is it just me? You looked at the last game, and for what it's worth, it started raining in the second half. The defense was defensing. Like, we literally were not going to allow a touchdown. We already had the lead, so, like, no need to push it, right? But that first half, man, it seemed like we were really moving. It seemed like we were really driving the football. It seemed like we were about to start eating. And, of course, the flags kind of took it away. But it looked way different. It looked way better to me. And, like, the touchdown to Darnell Washington, how many times on this channel have I been saying, throw it to Darnell Washington? How many times have you guys, as Steelers fans, been saying, yo, throw it to Darnell Washington, right? Like, all of the right moves, it seems like Arthur Smith is doing the right moves, man. And that is all we could have asked for. And that is why today, September 17th, 2024, I feel so good about this team, man. I have crazy expectations for this team, because I know once we put this offense together, we have the brains, we have the coaches, we have the talent right here on the team already. And if we go out and get another wide receiver like Courtland Sutton that I talked about, you might as well gift wrap it, man. You might as well put a bow on it. You might as well already build the statue, man, because I think the Pittsburgh Steelers really could fuck around and win the Super Bowl. Speaking of wide receiver twos, the last thing I wanted to bring up is this Blitzburg tweet. The Steelers should send a 2026 fifth-round pick to the Panthers for Adam Thielen. Blitzburg, they wouldn't be opposed to it. Shout out to Blitzburg, right? They wouldn't be opposed to it. Fuck it. I guess not either. But yo, why not just go get Deontay Johnson back? He is rotten over there in Carolina, and I get it. I don't know if he wanted out. We wanted him out. Maybe he's bad for the locker room, blah, 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 blah. Deontay Johnson is a very good receiver, man. And I'm very happy with Dante Jackson. He's somebody else on the secondary who's been playing well. I'm very happy with him. But I will be damned if I'm watching Deontay Johnson rot, man. I won't lie. Like, from the drop situation that he had, he's been on the team for so long. Like, I genuinely feel bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like we've been going through it with Deontay Johnson for so long that to see him just rotting on the Carolina Panthers, it pisses me off. So we might as well go bring Deontay Johnson back for whatever it's worth. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but like, once again, it's my opinion. You know, I like Deontay Johnson for what it's worth. But yeah, once again, it's 1:30 in the morning. I'm pretty tired, so like I apologize if this video was off the wall, but I feel like I was kind of going there. You know, sometimes I lock into these videos and like I just feel like, oh yeah, I'm cooking right now. This was one of those situations. I'm also debating on if I'm gonna upload this at 1:30 or just wait for like the morning. I'll probably upload it low key. So shout out to all of the late nighters if you guys are gonna see this. And then shout out to the people in the morning. I think that is going to do it. Once again, I feel like I got my shit off. The Steelers, we are not to be slept on. The Steelers, we are turning a leaf. And the AFC North is ours. The AFC is ours. And the NFL is ours. Anyways, this has been Zaya from Zaya and the Steelers. Hit that subscribe button if you like videos about the Steelers and you enjoyed this one. And I will see you in the next video. Peace out.